babes, welcome back to another brand new video. I'm so excited that you guys are here today. If you want to follow me, you can do so on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and TikTok using @PlanaGoAmy. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss another brand new video from me. Let's get into the video. Hey Planner babes, welcome back to another plan with me here on my YouTube channel. Sorry, I just realized my camera's crooked. Let me fix that so you guys have a better view. Yes, so welcome back to another plan with me here on my YouTube channel. And for today's plan with me, we're planning for the week of November 3rd to the 9th. I cannot believe that we're already in November. Also, the day that I'm filming this is November 2nd. That's not true. Wow. It's November 1st, the day that I'm filming this, and the time of filming this, we are in the middle of the World Series, which is the Blue Jays against the Dodgers, and I'm Canadian. I'm not from Toronto, but I'm Canadian, so I'm supporting the Blue Jays. I know nothing about baseball. I'm not watching it because I don't have any TV, and I don't have any streaming services that I think are live playing it, as far as I know. But I am very into Canada winning a major sporting thing. It's been a while since we've won like a Stanley Cup, which would be ideal. Be ideal if the Montreal Canadiens won a Stanley Cup, but alas, I don't know when that's happening. So I think all of Canada is just rallying behind the Blue Jays, and it's kind of cool because I think the Blue Jays are the only Canadian Major League Baseball team. I could be very wrong, so someone quote me on that, but I think it's kind of fun that like all of Canada is sort of rooting for the same team. There's something fun about that. It's very like Olympic-esque when like all of Canada kind of like rallies behind like the Canadian like hockey team winning, and so I feel like we're kind of getting that vibe with this sort of. I saw that like I think it's happening at the Rogers Center today because I know it alternates I think between, and this is the last game. I was really hoping we would have won yesterday, because had we won yesterday the 6th game, then we wouldn't have had to do a 7th because we would have won 4 out of 7, and it's best out of 7. So kind of disappointed that we didn't win that one, but we're tied, so I really hope that we win this one. And somebody was saying, okay, so we haven't had a 7th game in the World Series since apparently 2019, and we haven't had, people are calling like an 8th game because I forget which game, but one of the games had 18 innings because of how like it was playing out, and 18 innings, and one game is 9 innings. Again, I know nothing about baseball, I just know very little. One game is like 9 innings, so the fact that there was a game that had 18, people are kind of considering it like by the end of this we'll have done like 8 games, not 7, just because of like the double game, I'll call it. So, and people are saying it's like it's the first time in a long time for that, so yeah. Anyway, in other stuff, what I'm doing for my plan with me today is I'm going to do some Alice in Wonderland, because why not? And because I can, so I will. Do I have? What do we have? I think we're gonna pull some of these. This is cute. So, I am just kind of quite happy that we are potentially going to win. I have fingers crossed that we win the World Series. I was talking with 2 different people, my mom and somebody I work with, and they both said that they didn't think that we would win against the Dodgers. And then I was talking to my work colleague about it, and she was saying like she didn't even think that we'd get this far. So I think it's pretty good that we've made it this far. But again, I don't follow the Blue Jays at all. I'm not really like a sports girly. I've only kind of gotten into like hockey sort of recently, but again, I don't currently watch it because I don't know where to watch it. But I've kind of gotten into hockey a little bit recently because, sorry, my phone is shaking because I accidentally hit it. Because of like the sports rom-coms I read. Which, by the way, recommendation out there, if you guys are really into watching the World Series and you want a recommendation for some baseball themed sports rom-coms, I have read 2. So I'm only going to recommend the 2 because I've read the 2. I can't compare them to others. But one of them is The Art of Catching Feelings. I'm trying to remember her name right now. I don't remember the author's name. So just look up The Art of Catching Feelings. That is a good one. And then another one is the latest release from Tessa Bailey, which is Picture Perfect. That's a good one as well. So if you want those recommendations for sports rom-coms, I'm putting those out there. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Between The Art of Catching Feelings and Picture Perfect. Picture Perfect was the first. So the first rom-com I read was Summer in the City by Alex Astor. And then the second one I read was The Art of Catching Feelings. Again, I should really remember her name, but I don't because I haven't read her books in a while. And I've read 2 of her books, but I haven't read a third one or the fourth one. But I think she has 4 books out, this author. So then I read that one, The Art of Catching Feelings. And then I read another one by that author, and which was not sports related. And then I read others, and then I shifted to different people. But yeah, and then I shifted to Hannah Grace afterwards because I was nervous to read Hannah Grace books because I was nervous of the rom-com books that have like the cutesy, like, cartoon. People call it like cartoon covers because I'm like, ugh, that means it's gonna be cheesy, which it can be, depends your style. So then I shifted to Hannah Grace books, and she is hockey romance, so I read hers. And then I read all three of her hockey romance, and she hadn't put out any other books since because I think she's more of like a recent author. So then after that, I went to. After her, what did I read? No, I read a couple others after her that weren't Tessa Bailey. I read one that was like so-so, and then I read another one that was good, and I haven't read others by that author, but I might. But then I shifted to Tessa Bailey books because I think I picked up a Tessa Bailey book at Home Sense, which is the Canadian version of Home Goods. So that's where I picked up a Tessa Bailey book. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, that's where I picked up it. And then I've kind of read a lot of Tessa Bailey books. And I'm currently reading, I finished a book by Chelsea Curto. Her series, DC Stars. I read the first one, and I'm like focusing when I look at books. I'm like, is this a series? If it is, okay, which is the first book? Let's start with that, because I didn't, like, when I was like looking up, when I was reading Tessa Bailey books, I didn't know that they were part of a series. So there's a few Tessa Bailey books that I just read out of order. And so yeah, I'm definitely like making sure now when I look at a book, I'm like, okay, you're part of a series, okay, which is the first one. So I would say that, like, I was gonna say the first one I read in order, the first series I'm starting to read in order is the DC Star series by Chelsea Curto, but that's not true because I actually technically did read the Hannah Grace books in order, sort of unintentionally. I read Icebreaker first, which I didn't know that was the first book in the series. It just like was a fluke that I read that one first. And then I learned that she was a series, so then I was going to read the books, and I guessed which one was next, surprisingly, because I don't remember like looking it up and seeing which one was next. I kind of guessed, and then I think I looked it up and I was like, yeah, that one's next. So then I read it. So I happened to like read them in order. But again, they're sort of like, a lot of these books in a sense are standalone, and it's like you don't technically have to read them in order, but they do reference like the other couples from the previous book. So like, I mean, I would say, like, if you don't want a spoiler, but we all know how rom-coms end anyway. So it's not really like it's a spoiler, because I'm sorry, if a rom-com book ends with them, like, not together, then, like, that's a no for me. So, like, I would not recommend that book to anybody. So, I know this is me rambling, but I am still picking stickers, by the way, so I'm not, like, totally lost in my rambling. So, all that is to say, I think I want to do one of these. Oh, that's the same pose, but oh well, let's take it in. All that to say, where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so I'm currently reading the DC Stars series. I have finished book 1, Face Off. I have to start the next one. Don't ask me what it's called. Slapshot, maybe? I don't remember the name right now. It's escaping my mind. I'm going to start that one. And I'm going to finish that series. And the next series I want to start is the Off-Campus series by Elle Kennedy. It's another hockey romance because it's being turned into a show on Prime Video. I don't have Prime Video, but I'm sure there's like some website where I can watch it for free, because I have found those websites where you can watch shows for free. And I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do that. Because I think it would be fun to watch like a hockey rom-com show, like a book turned into a show. So I'm planning on that as my next one. Oh, this is really pretty too. Let's just pull all of it. Okay, I need to really actually start putting stuff on this bread, and then, so that's sort of the goal. So, I did like when I find an author, I've been doing that with I did that with Hannah Grace and with Tessa Bailey, where if I really like the author, sometimes I'm scared to read from another author, because I'm like, these ones are really good. But I did like Hannah Grace, I like Tessa Bailey, and I like, the Chelsea Curto. I think her book started off as being self-published. I have to look into that, because when I was reading this book, I noticed that there was so I sometimes I look at the copyright page, and I noticed there was really no copyright page. It just said copyright in her name, and she credited her proofreaders and her editor, which they do usually do that as well in the acknowledgement, but it's the first time I'd seen it done in the copyright page, and it wasn't really an extensive copyright page, which led me to think that this was a self-published book. And I had read a self-published book before. I DNF'd it, which means did not finish, and returned it, actually, because it was the writing was just, no, it was not horrible, but the writing was just not writing that I thought was actually good and that I would want to continue reading. So I just didn't. So as the term is, I DNF'd it. Which for so long I thought meant did not forward. I don't know why I thought it meant that. I didn't realize it meant did not finish. I just thought it meant people were not recommending this book to other people in their lives. But no, it literally means did not finish. I don't know why I didn't clue that in until I Googled it. So I did not finish it, and I actually returned it, because my friend was like, yeah, if you're not going to actually enjoy reading it, then you should return it and get, so I returned it and got another book instead. I think I returned it and got 2 books instead, because I was like, well, I'm there, might as well get another book, because I went to a bookstore. Typically I get them on Amazon because they're cheaper, or I can also find some at HomeSense, because they have a little book section. So I go, because they can be a really good deal. They can be $7.99 for a book, which is pretty good, but a paperback book can be anywhere from 18 to 20 something dollars, $26. And so getting one for $7.99 is a really good deal. And so sometimes it's for $7.99 you might as well try it, and see if you like it. If not, I almost did buy one there today, because I was I saw this book initially when it came to Costco, when my Costco used to carry English books. Sorry, I live in a French province, and the English book section for adults was just very sparse and very blah, and now it doesn't actually even exist anymore, and I'm really annoyed. So I saw it there, and I debated buying it just because the cover looked kind of cute, and I like the design of the cover, but I never did, and I was meh, whatever. So I saw it at HomeSense for $7.99, which I think still would have been cheaper than had I ever gotten it at Costco, a year or two ago when I saw it, but I didn't. And I almost bought it today, but I was wait, I think I do want to buy the other 2 books that are currently out in the DC Stars series, because I read the first one, I'm going to read the second one. So I I'd rather spend my money on that because I know I like the author. I know I want to continue the series. I just finished the book today. I finished the first book today, and I know I like her writing. So I know, like, it's all sort of in some sense, like, subjective in the sense that, like, I saw somebody who totally did not like the book that I just finished reading and said it's unrealistic. And, like, yes, it's very unrealistic. So the book I finished reading, Face Off, basically it's about the captain of the DC Stars and the first female NHL player, which is very unrealistic. Basically, like, she was part of, like, a smaller hockey league, and then they kept trying to, like, fill their roster because one of their star players got injured, and so they couldn't find anybody that was, like, good, so then they ended up scooping her from, like, one of the lower leagues. I don't know how the lower hockey leagues work, but in the book it said it's the ECHL, which I think she's from California, the girl in the story, so I think it stands for, like, East Coast, but that's the West Coast, so ignore me. I don't know what it means then. But maybe American. So it's about, like, that and her falling in love with the captain and stuff like that. So I get when people say, like, it's not really realistic because, like, it's true, there's no women hockey players in the NHL, and I don't see that, like, happening. I know there are, like, female hockey leagues, but there's no, like, women hockey players in the, like, NHL, and it makes sense. Totally makes sense that there isn't, because the reason why sports are split up by genders is because there's, like, women and men are biologically different in the aspect of, like, strengths and stuff, and I think that's why it's, like, it's a fair advantage for, like, women to play against women and then men to play against men. So I get that that's unrealistic. So if they were talking about that, then that totally makes sense. It was still a good book nonetheless. I enjoyed it. I think it was an interesting concept to think of, like, a woman playing on a men's, like, hockey league team. It was an interesting concept. Definitely not that bad. It's definitely not realistic, but yeah, I still enjoyed it. But so I'm interested in reading the next book in the series, so we'll see that. And I like this one enough to know that I'm gonna like the rest of the series. You can kind of get a vibe. Usually, like, the first book gives you, like, a vibe, and I like series, and I have to look because now I'm starting to learn that, like, I think it was through the Tessa Bailey books. No, it was through the Hannah Grace books that I learned with series, they usually, like, tease the couples. Like, it's usually, like, a character that's already been. It's not, like, a whole new set of characters. Obviously, because it's a series, right? So I don't actually know who the next main characters are in the book. I have to look to see for the next one. But yeah, I'm trying to find another functional box. Do I do a circular one, or do I do non-circular? I could do this. La, 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 la. I could do another floor one. I could do circular. This one's cute. Not very big, but it gives me enough space. Okay, let's work on this side next, and then we'll come back and see if I want to add anything. Before I want to add anything there, that's the thing. Sorry, I have a tape McRae song stuck in my head. Which, by the way, I don't know why, but I think Tate McRae needs, like, a head mic. You know, like, I think Britney Spears used to use it. Cause, yeah, she, like, I think it still works. Like, she does a lot of more, like, dancing than singing at her concerts, because she's a dancer. Like, that's what she started off as a dancer and then became a singer. Also another Canadian artist, so woo woo, representation for Canadian artists. But I do think she did it once for, like, a special, when she did a performance of a new song on her last tour. She did it, and I'm like, I think she could benefit from consistently using one, because then she could still sing, while she's dancing, because sometimes she pauses, which she has backing tracks. And I saw a video of she was like doing her dancing, and then the song started and she was gonna sing, but her microphone was upside down, and so people could hear like the backtrack, and people were like, oh, she doesn't sing. It's like, she does, but she has a backing track because she does a lot of dancing where she just doesn't sing. So yeah, so I think she's one of the people that could benefit from like a head mic, but I don't know if she'll ever do that, but that would be cool. I think she actually can sing, but she's also really good at dancing too. So I mean, you know, I think like that's her goal though. Her goal is to be like singing and dancing, and so, or like some artists obviously dance, but it's to enhance the singing, right? Her like to try to do, I think her goal is like a combo of both, because she's both a singer and an actual dancer. I think she was on like a show, like a So You Think You Can Dance, like kids kind of show when she was a kid. Or this, we could do this. I have another song of hers stuck in my head that I don't really listen to that often, but see, now I have too many stickers. I need a functional sticker. This is a very small one. Very small. That could work. I do want something here. Maybe this could be pretty right here. Or do I do this here? Could do this here, and then I don't want to do. I think that's crooked, but I'm still gonna go with it. And I want something here. See, these are too big, and then they have smaller ones, but they're the paper ones, which are like fine, but oh, I shouldn't do that one, but I can do this one. It's cute. Okay, I think we're gonna call it a day on the spread. I'm gonna put this sticker back, which this one goes right here, but I might put it here instead. I think the spread looks super cute. This is one of my, all the Alice in Wonderland sticker books are like literally my favorite from the Happy Planner. And I'm so happy I have 3 copies of this one. So I think the spread turned out super cute. I hope you enjoyed this plan with me. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. If you'd like to see more videos from me, you can hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss another brand new video from me. You can follow me at PlannerGirlAmy on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. And that is all. Until the next one. Bye.